You need a wife, not a submissive one. You portray African women badly to the rest of the world. This is the African Zombie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, karibuni sana. Habari za asubuhi, habari za leo, usiku mwema, habari za jioni. Wherever you are in the world, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please give the video a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, my returning subscribers. As always, I appreciate you guys' interaction. I appreciate you for watching the video and for leaving your comment. Let's get into it. Okay, on the contrary, right? I don't think I'm portraying African woman badly to the rest of the world. On the contrary, I would say I am showing the beauty of an African woman. I am proud and I am letting the world know how beautiful the African woman is in the household. I am showing the world the amazing beauty of the African woman when it comes to the family structure, when it comes to the dynamics of the family. The African woman knows her role within the family structure. The African woman is proud of the family that she's nurturing. She is proud of the family that she's building. The African woman is proud of her husband. The African woman build her husband, strengthen her husband, empower her husband. Just by the simple act of submission, just by the simple act of respect, just by the simple act of letting the husband knows that she appreciates him as the man, that she appreciates him as the leader, that she appreciates him as the provider, she appreciates him as the protector of the family. Talk about character building. I walk around my area here in Kigamboni, yes, and not just here in Kigamboni, but all over Tanzania. Now let me get something straight. Not all men are good men. Not all women are good women. So, but I travel around this country, yes, and I see how women interact with their husbands or the men. Like I said earlier, it's not all women are good women and not all men are good men. But I'm speaking from experience, what I've seen. I have seen how women treat their men. And I would see that man go out there. Men that do not have anything. Men that do not have access to stuff that you and I from the West have access to. They go out there, they struggle, they hustle to come home, to feed their family. Whatever that man comes home with, that woman is appreciative. Like I said earlier, not all women. It gives that man encouragement to go out there every day to fight at the hustle because he knows that my woman at home respects me. Whatever I bring home. Women allow men to be men because they know their role. You see, in North America, yeah? Go back to the 1960s, early 1970s, right? Where men went out there. And something changed, yeah? And I keep talking about it, right? And based upon the little research that I've done, I can talk about the radical feminist movement. And women, I asked in the last video, How has the feminist movement really changed your life? You can talk about, like I said before, you can talk about, oh, the feminist movement, they fought for my equality and they make sure that I get better pay on the job and they make sure that everything is 50-50. Who is to be blamed? Someone asked me about the 50-50, whatever in the family whereby the woman has to pay. You know why? It's the feminist movement you have to blame. Don't ask me as a man. If men are allowed to be men, if men are allowed to provide, to protect, to lead, some of you women may not even want to work. But girls coming down from the early 1970s was not trained to be wives. They were trained. You have to go out there. You have to get an education. You have to get a job. You have to fend for yourself. You cannot depend upon men. So if you want to make men irrelevant, what do you think will happen? You can talk about, oh, men, you destroying your ego. It's all about ego trip or whatever. No. This is how it's supposed to be in society. This is how it was meant to be. The man is the leader. The man is the provider. The man is the protector. The woman's position within the family is behind her husband. She take care of the family. She nurture the family. She take care of the home. I'm not saying that the woman has to be home barefoot and pregnant. No. That's not submission. That's not submission. You go look at the Yorubas. You see how the Yoruba woman greet her husband when he comes home? It empowers him. It strengthens him. It builds character. You see how the Igbo woman treats her husband? You go down to South Africa and you see how the Zulu woman, and you come look at this, the president, the new president of Botswana. You saw how his wife greeted him in front of everyone. Respect, submission. You are the man, I know. You are the leader, I know. You are the protector of this family, I know. And I appreciate you. So coming down from the 1970s, early 1970s, when the feminist movement became, more empowered, and they started to lobby government to make men basically irrelevant, to neuter men. Girls were not trained to be wives. Like I was saying, girls were trained to go out there, get an education, to get a job, to do whatever. You were not trained. Man need a wife. I said it in the previous video. The man is the one who asks the woman to marry him. The man is the one who takes the woman into the house. So if you're going to come now and you make the man role irrelevant, and you tell the woman that she's equal to the man, what do you think happens? The man turn around and said, okay, well, if that's what you want, if that's what society tells you that you should do to me, you have to contribute 50-50. You have to pay. You have to step up to the plate. There are many women in Africa who don't work. They stay at home. Their husband provide. They are living very happy. They are living very happily. That don't mean they don't have a role within the family. That don't mean they don't have a voice within the family. The dynamics work. So when you try to make the man irrelevant, why would the man go to the extreme, or go to the extra? He said, no. You want to be beside me? You're going to be beside me. But like I said earlier, if the woman is beside the man is out of place. This is not anti-woman. This is not hating on woman. My thing is for the family. My focus is on the family structure, the black family structure. My focus is that having two parents in the family home, so that the family would function the way that the family should function. Every home needs to have two parents in that home. Women, I'm sorry to tell you that, but if you choose the wrong guy who jack you up, it is your fault. The greatest honor a woman can give to me and to many men is her womb, to create a life. The greatest honor of a woman is motherhood. And you should choose wisely. You should know the men. You should know your value as a woman. You should know your worth as a woman. And you should know what you bring into a man as a woman. But society has destroyed that in the sense that from the 1970s coming down, women are not taught this stuff. You're pushed more into your own career. So you were not taught this, and you don't know, how to pass it on to your own children. And that's why now I say now that women have become masculine. Women have become aggressive. Men are not attracted to that. A man will get with you. But the man wouldn't marry you. And before you know it, you are jacked up. You have a child. Because the man will see certain qualities in you that he said, I cannot make this woman my wife. Listen to me now. Coming from the perspective of a man, the man will say, I have no problem getting with this woman. But when it comes to marriage, she is not wife material. You said, oh, you're intimidated by the strength of a woman. No. And yeah, it might be off-putting to a lot of men, because that's not what we want. That's not what we want to bring into the home. That's not what we want to build a family with. We want a woman who's nurturing. Strength does not mean overpowered. You have people walking around saying, oh, look at me, I'm strong, look at me, and this. And they are the weakest people you can ever meet. But you have people that are subtle. And when they speak, when they move, the movement alone, the way that they enter a room, you can see the strength in that man. The way that he interacts with people. You don't have to go around thinking I'm strong. And no, you don't have to. But just by his subtle movement, the way that he speaks, the way that he carries himself, the way that he interacts with people, strength oozes out of him. So because I say that I want a submissive woman, don't mean that I want a woman who is weak. No. A woman knows her place. A woman knows her role within the family. That is strength. The woman take care of the family. That is strength. I'm going to be blunt about this, right? I'm going to, I touched on it before. I'm divorced, right? Going on what? 7 years now, right? I'm divorced. I was young when I met my then wife. We used to work together. We liked one another. We were having sex. Boom, she got pregnant. And she being very staunch, very strong Catholic, could not have a baby outside of wedlock. Guys, we were not in love. So I said, okay, you know what? you have to get married. So we got married, yes? Look at it, guys. I'm 52. I'm in Africa, and I'm enjoying my life here. You know why I'm able to be enjoying my life here? Because of her. We are very good friends. We are not together. We are very good friends. But I'm telling you this, I saw the way that she handled finances. I saw how intelligent she is when it comes to money. So I work, and at the end of the week when I get paid, I had no problem handing over my paycheck to her. Because she knew how to save, she knew how to pay the bills, she knew how to look for deals, she knew everything to do with, she ran the home. So being a woman in the home that takes care of the home does not mean that you are weak. It doesn't mean that you're home barefoot and pregnant. She is strong in that aspect. And I allow her to, well, I did not allow her, I let her take charge of the home, invest. I'm in Africa at the age of 52. I retired from my job and I'm enjoying life here. All the credit to her. We were not in love. So after a while, we sat down and we decided, you know what? It is best for us to go our separate ways, but we still kept our sons as our priority. So because the woman is taking care of the home does not mean that she's weak. And men, I'm not going to leave men out of this. Men, you have a role to play, yes? And men, you have to step up. And let me tell you something, a woman cannot teach a boy to be a man. There are a lot of single mothers out there who are trying the best, right? And they're trying to raise boys. You can't, A boy need to have that family figure, that father figure that can teach him how to be a man, that he learned from his father and from his father. But when the dynamics of the feminist movement destroy man, you talk about toxic masculinity and you talk about men don't some men say, why bother? You don't need me? Okay. I cannot contribute? Okay. You're telling me every day I don't need you. You're telling me every day I make my own money. You're telling me every day I make more money than you. You're telling me all of this and you're telling me all of that. You're making me irrelevant. Women and men. The African man cannot come impregnate an African woman. Many tribes in Africa and get away with it. You can't. I'll bring it close to home. My Tanzanian brother has a son with a Chaga woman. The boy is going to be 8 years old. Right? So you have to marry our daughter. He was very young, I think at that time he was like 20. He didn't have anything. He couldn't marry the girl. You have to marry our daughter. He couldn't marry her. I said, okay. You have no access to this boy. There are things that you have to do. This is what you have to do to appease the family. It costs a good amount of money, yeah? He could not afford it. Until I came into the picture. When we started to do our business and we started to make money, I said, okay, you know what? At that time, it's been 7 years. We have to go take care of what you got. Guys, we have to go out, we got to buy this and we have to buy that. If you are Tanzanian, you know what I'm talking about, We got his mother, we got his family members, male family members. We all went up there to Moshi. We sat down with the family and, they bring their family and everything. It was a beautiful thing that I've never experienced, But I'm just trying to show you guys that you men, you see what you do out there to women out there in the West, you can practice this nonsense here, You cannot come here and impregnate an African woman and leave that family and go away. Hey. So the whole family come together. We did what we had to do. We gave them what they asked for. Now my brother has access to his son. His mother was longing to see her grandson, to spend time with her grandson. Finally, she was able to do that. So when I come to Africa and I see how I see the dynamic of the family, guys. I see it. We have lost it. As black people who was taken away from Africa, there is so much that we have lost. There is so much that we don't know, and we embrace foreign things. Lack of a better word that failed me right now. We embrace it because, man, but when you come to Africa and you see and you study and you look and you see how the family structure is set up, you see how it worked, you're like, damn. You see the respect. My Tanzanian brother, he's like younger brother, he's at our house right now. It's Christmas holidays. He goes to university here, right? The university break. He could come over. You see that boy respect his older brother. Hey. Sometimes, I tell him, I said, but then I draw back. I say, you know what? This is culture. So let me stay out of it. You see how that boy respect his older brother. We lost so much as black people. And this is why I said, when a black man come to Africa from the West, you come to Africa and you start to date here. Man, you're not going to date another woman. I am telling you this personally. I will not date another woman from the West because you are poisoned with Western society. The things that they are pushing down our throat as men, I cannot accept it anymore. Women coming from the West and you start dating it. Ask any one of the women from the West who married to an African man, and they will tell you so that African man treats them. I cannot speak for everybody, but for those that I know and those that I see, and they will tell you the difference between dating in Africa and dating in the West. We are missing a lot. See, we have many single women out there, single mothers. Many, many single mothers out there. And no man wants to marry you because your attitude might be too masculine. You got men out there who are feminized. Western society has feminized the man. So, in conclusion, I'll say this. I'm not bashing on women. We need women. But for the family to function, the man must be in his role as the leader, as the provider, as the protector. The woman also must be in her role. And you will see the beauty of the family. Because women, what the man wants from you is respect. The worst thing you can do to a man is to disrespect a man. Trust me. The worst thing that a woman can do to a man is to disrespect your husband, disrespect your man. When you lift your man up, when you prop up your man, when you appreciate your man, man, that man will move mountain for you. As it should be. You don't have to do a damn thing. You don't have to talk about the 50-50 aspect of anything. That man will walk through fire to make sure that you are his queen. Yeah. So in closing, we need women and women need men. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for the comments that you left. Continue, guys, to interact. Leave a comment, guys. Help the algorithm. This is how you help me build this channel, guys, by leaving comment. You know, even if you don't disagree with me, I mean, even if you disagree with me, it's okay. That's okay. You don't have to agree with me. We can have debate. And the conversation on the last video, I like it. People was expressing themselves. Man, I love it. The emails that I received, I love it. Let's continue. Bye for now.